Here to start off with this one right here. All right. So this is gonna be like another segment right here. So check it out. I got this model car on Friday. This is a 31 Ford Model A sedan, hot rod 2-in-1 from Revell. And I've never owned this car right here. I've never built a Model A before, you know. And I don't know, just something about it, like looking at it, what stood out to me was like this car here and then this car. And I was like, and then this sold me. I was like, oh man, built one or two ways. And then I started to think like, oh man, this crazy. This is 1931, you know? They made this car back in the day, and you know, the parents didn't know that their kids were gonna grab these cars and like customize them and put flames on them, you know, and put all these pipes and loud noises, and people are just gonna be like scared running through the streets. So I was like, man, I want to get this car and I want to paint it. Bam, check it out right here. Shh, what's up, Carlos? What's up? Thank you for tuning in. We're just hanging out. We just got done previewing one of the magazines. We're just chilling right now. Let's see here. Oh, wait, wrong one. Boom, right there. Right there. All right, here we go. Boom. So, I don't know. I've never built one of these. Pretty excited to get my hands on this. Let's check out the water slide decals right here. Oh, yeah. See, it even comes with those little flames. And then they're cut right here, I guess, for the doors, right? See, let me see how close I can get it to you guys right here to peep right there. Then we got the numbers. We got the little moon eyes right there. That's neat. 31 license plate. That's so cool. So yeah, there's a lot of cool little nifty things that are in this build right here. So check it out. Another thing that tripped me out is the glass, right? Usually you get your piece of glass, but this is just like a really thin strip of plastic that you can obviously, you know, shape it, cut it to shape to fill in the glass right there. It's really thin, really nice stuff right there. But this was like the first kit I acquired that has this. So I'm like, oh dang. I was like, right on. And but yeah, this seems like a fun one right here, you know? Oh, and then on top of that, it came with surfboards too. That was another thing that really caught my attention. I was like, oh dope. It comes with some surfboards right here. So it's pretty cool, you know? And I'm really happy I got this kit. Here, let me see if I can pull out the surfboards. It's an open box kit, but it's complete. Everything's there. Nothing crazy. I mean, even if it was missing something, it's all good. We'll figure it out. We'll make it work. Here we got the two surfboards. You got to see the little fin right there. That's pretty neat. That's some cool stuff right there. So this should be a little fun one right here. Let's put all this stuff back. Oh, you know what? Since we're here, let's go ahead and put the the water slide decals inside of the instruction booklet right there, so don't get all jacked up. Let's put this, get it nice and flat right there. Bam. So yeah, that's this 31 Ford Model A right here. Is Headquarters, what's up? How you doing, man? Here we have another model creeping. 1950 Chevrolet 3100 pickup right here. You know, this would make like a nice bomb, you know, if you want to lower it, or, you know, stock build right here as well. It's pretty nice. You know, I've always, like I said, I admire the box artwork layout from this era right here, because this is what I saw when I was a kid going to the hobby stores. Every time I went to a hobby store, everything that was like stacked up like this, you know, all the models like going up side to side, everything stacked up in the aisle was the AMT model kits. and they all had the gray backdrop or whatever, right? Most of them was like a real car or just a model car that was photographed and placed on there. So I always got a kick of, you know, reading all the details here, looking at all the photographs right there. But I wasn't buying all the models. I would just buy one, you know. I would like ride my bike all over there with my friends and just buy one model. And then I think like, oh, next time I go, I'll get the other model. But I really wouldn't do that. I would always just keep getting the same models all the time. You know, that was kind of the thing right there. So, you know, it was just one of those things that I was like, man, this is some cool stuff. So 62 Bel Air, it's my favorite model right there from this era. And then I saw this one, I was like, I got to get this one too, you know. So this is a nice one. And it's still sealed. That's a cool thing. It's still sealed right there. So let's see here. This next one is a fun one too, because this is my very first NHRA, the Mongoose, Tom the Mongoose McEwen or McEwen. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. I don't know. 75th Plymouth Duster NHRA funny car. You know, I've been talking about like funny cars and Barracudas and all this stuff. I've really been watching a lot of on YouTube, like a lot of races with like from NHRA, right? Just cars just smashing down the track, 300, 400 miles an hour kind of thing and so forth. I really never paid too much attention to it, but what gravitated me towards it is the paint jobs on the cars, the exaggerated, you know, of the funny cars and just like a lot of horsepower, right? Ridiculous horsepower and stuff. And even, you know, one of my friends was telling me, you know, a lot of these cars, when they're customized, you know, he's talking about like stock cars and other cars, you know, he's like, you know, they do these really cool paint jobs and panels and stuff like that where they could be a bit more experimental and expressive. And at some point, you know, the car gets banged up, a fender, or just, you know, they crash, something happens. It's like another opportunity for them to fix the vehicle, bring it back to life, and then go right ahead and start, you know, going back and painting the car again. So that's always been like a really cool thing right there. Let me, I'm going to open this up right now. Let me just grab something real quick. Put this over here. All right, cool. Let's see here. So here we got the Mongoose. All right, let's open this up. See, the thing about this one, when I was opening it up, it's like really, really hard to kind of open up, slide it out. Bam. There we got it right here. Check this out right here. This is really nice right here. What stood out to me right off the bat, I mean, this is it's a sealed kit. You know, I'm not going to open it right now until when I'm ready for it. But the one thing when I looked at this body, I was like, man, look how long this body is, how smooth, like how clean it looks, dude. You know, a lot of the times when man, what's that noise? Hang on real quick. The heck? It sounds like there's like hail dropping on my roof right now. At first I thought it was somebody walking. What the hell? Let me check the weather real quick. I was like, what's this noise coming on real quick? I think it is. Hang on. Let me check something real quick. It's weird. Hold on. No, it's not hell. It's raining. Oh, man. Yeah, it's like, it's coming down right now. It's weird. Dang, what the hell? That's weird. It's raining and there was no warning or nothing right now. But whatever. We need water anyway. I could water the grass. All right. So Can you guys hear that? Here, let me turn up the mic. I wonder if you guys can hear it. Oh, it's going away. Oh, you guys can hear that. Check it out. All right, I'm gonna turn it down now. All right. So the body. All right, I look at the body and I'm like, dude, all the work's already done. I one of the things I like to do is delete a lot of stuff, emblems and all this stuff, sand and all this, and then look at the back. I mean, the window is solid in the back, right? Obviously, we could cut it out if we like or whatever, but this is a really nice canvas. It's just a really nice canvas that I'm like, dude, like I could paint this all white, right? Maybe some white pearl all over the whole body, and then I could start masking off and doing like paint patterns and stuff on top of it, you know? I think that'd be pretty sick. You know, in panels, it doesn't have to be like the whole, it's just, it can be in sections, right? So you get this, some of the parts of the inside right there. And then there's also this part right here that I'm like, yo, I've never built anything like that, right? I know sometimes there's some guys that scratch built that. And I'm going to open up the little instructional booklet. I want to show you guys that. Here we have all the chrome right here. That's pretty cool. Ooh, we got the wheels. We got them big wheels right there. I mean, I've seen some people bust out with some even bigger ones. I'm like, God dang, where'd you guys get those? But I mean, this is what came with the kit. We got the glass right there. And then let's see the instructions. Let's see on the chat. Crickets on the roof. And then Carlos Avalar, brass tubing. Oh yeah. Yeah, people do the brass tubing on that, right? Oh, let's check this out right here. Bam. Here we have the waterside decal sheet. Oh, so here we go. If we don't cut out the back, then we could slap that right there. Obviously, right? That could work. Possibly. Let's see. But yeah, there's some cool stuff right here. Pennzoil. That's cool. So this is the waterside decal sheet right there. And then here we have the it looks like a photograph of the real deal right there. The 101 car. That thing looks badass right there. Just, you know, getting ready to take off in its prime right here. Some pretty cool stuff. All right, so here, let's check it out. So you start to see the body lines and everything, right? A lot of things are smoothed out right there. And it just makes for like a great canvas for like painting and doing like pattern work. But more like I was saying, more like panels, you know? Like if you look at how they did this, right? You know, with something like this, most likely the whole car was white. Then they backmask these sections here. They backmask, you know, all the side right here. They shoot the red. Then on the bottom, they shoot the blue. Then you take everything out and bam, voila. Right there. But that's pretty dope. Let's see. And then Lane Low Hobbies, you can go crazy with aftermarket parts. There are a lot for those kits. Dang, yeah, man. Like I've never built one of these, you know. I know my focus would be more on the paint job. And then, you know, later as I start, you know, paying more attention, learning some stuff and getting inspired, I'd probably start to really dig in and be like, all right, let me start, you know, looking into other stuff right here. Like you said, like the aftermarket. Look at that right there. I think this is what Carlos was referring to, the brass tubing for that. Yeah, this is some cool stuff, man. Bam. Yeah, when I see this stuff now, I'm like, all right, I feel like I need to go witness this in person. Like the car is actually racing, you know, not just go to like a spot where like they're parked and that's it. Like I feel like I need to go to a spot where they're actually like turned on and loud noises and all that good stuff, you know, and see some cars take off. Let's see. So this is the first one that I got that I was super excited about. Very, very. Hey, that track, is it still on, or did they shut it down? I thought they shut down the track in Pomona. I wasn't sure. Somebody had told me you might want to hit up like Bakersfield. That was like the closest. I can't remember the name, but there was man, that sucks. I can't remember the website, but he told me go to this website and look up all the local like races that are coming up. And in the site, it's going to show you for the different styles, I guess, of racing and stuff like that. And I was like, all right, cool. So it looks like there was something kind of more towards like Bakersfield area. So that might be something I might want to check out, you know, then. So this is the first one, right? So this one, remember, this is the Mongoose. And then, because the next one I'm going to show you is another NHRA car. Bam. This one's the Hustler, Chi-Town Hustler, the 69 Dodge Charger right there. Here, let's compare them side to side right here, or one above the other. Look at the difference. Somewhat similar, but different. One's the 75 Plymouth, 69 Dodge Charger. But it also kind of gives you, you know, same kind of vibes. These are the official NHRA licensed products right here. And these are the Motorsports edition right there. Man, that big wheel in the back looks pretty dope. Then you got the smaller ones in the front. This one's still sealed. I'm not going to open this one anytime soon. If I'm going to work on these, it would most likely be the open one first. And then later, you know, I'd want to work on this here. But for now, I'm just going to appreciate it for what it is. See, this one, it gives you, I don't know, did the other one show that? I think it did. I just didn't show you guys. Oh, my bad. I didn't show you. Durr. Check it out. Right there. This looks dope. Right here. Bam, the engine and everything. And then this one here has their version right there. And then I'm digging the flames. You know, you got the flames right there, right up in the front. Got some more flames right here. This is pretty nice. Let's see. Lane Low Hobbies in the chat says used to go there all the time, and he's referring to the Pomona track. My grandma used to live down the street from the track. Oh, that's dope. So you must have seen a lot of stuff, especially going down there like to visit or even just to stay down there with the grandparents. Let's see. See No Evil Builds. Nice radius cut on the Charger. Look at that right there. And then, there we see. Juana Mesqua says Formosa in Bakersfield. Hey, Juan, have you ever gone to any of those races out there in Bakersfield? We should go, dude. Let's go. I'll be down if you're down. Let's see. Yes, sir. It was crazy loud. Man, I could imagine, bro. There's like no way of like containing the sound, right? Because it's just out in the open out there. Dang, I could only imagine. What a trip. What a trip. All right. And then there's one last car right here that we're gonna bring out. Check it out. And then I got my hands on this one here. This is the 55 Bel Air hardtop, a 2-in-1 monogram. So this is, man, I wonder what year this came out. It might be like early 2000s, you know? What a trip. But this is skill level 3 on this one here. And then right here they have it with the two-tone. I'm assuming the chrome trimming comes off, you know, right there. I know it reminds me of like the 58 Impala that Revell did, where a lot of those trimmings, like you'll see the little holes in the body, and then you just gotta like pop those in right there. Those are pretty neat. Let's see. The smell of racing fuel was the was the best. Damn, that's cool. Yeah, it must have got like cracking over there, huh? Like a lot of people and just packed like to see cars race, man. That's dope. Yeah, there must have been, over the years, maybe the city or the state probably started coming down on them, like you know what, we need to end this. We can't have it. The city of Pomona's growing. We need to end it and have it be as far away as possible. I wonder if something like that or something must have happened, right? Let's see here. So this 55, what I'm really digging is, like the flames, just that look, that black, so dark. That's dope. Let's see. Juan says, no, I haven't. I've been wanting to go. All right, bro. We're going to go. We're going to figure it out. We're going to figure something out. And I think it'll be pretty cool. We got to just look at the site, the calendar, and figure out like what day to go and like bust the mission and just go down there and check it out. Let's see. I think they have one in March. Ooh, that would be a good time. If I'm not going anywhere and if I'm in town, hell yeah, I'm down.